Self-improvement is a lifelong journey, and very often, people, myself included, like to think that they can shortcut this process. We often start thinking like this big, imagine this analogy of this beginner in the gym who goes in and wants to bench press for 100 kilograms in his first session. And when he doesn't do it, he thinks he's a failure, that he failed at the gym. When I say like that, it sounds stupid, but we on self-improvement, we often make this mistake of thinking, oh yeah, I didn't bench for 100 kilograms, I'm a failure. You often do this with consistency. Consistency, like everything else, is a skill. Discipline is a skill, and it's leveled up over time. You can't shortcut this process. Of course, there's certain methods you can use to grow, to become more consistent faster, but you can't really shortcut this process. You have to get through it. And it's also easy to start getting caught up into it. I'm myself included. I realized this yesterday. Hamza made a video yesterday, an amazing video, where he talked about your expectations on self-improvement. We often expect way too much from ourselves. I'm not here trying to say, oh yeah, be easy on yourself. Oh yeah, don't try to work hard. No, that's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm trying to say here is that your ego might keep you stuck. My ego kept me stuck for a long time. You know, I'm someone I can work hard. I can work pretty hard. Right now it's 4 a.m. and I'm already working. I woke up at right now it's 4:29. I woke up at 4 and I went there, took a cold shower, brushed my teeth, and then now I'm working. I can be pretty disciplined. After work, I'm gonna then start training. I have a pretty hard workout today. And then I'm gonna do my morning routine of meditation, gratitude journaling and everything. I'm gonna go on a walk. So I can be pretty disciplined. But I'm not necessarily this disciplined every single day. There are some days where I start failing, where I watch YouTube all day, where I don't wake up on time. And when those days come, when I have such a day, and I don't start my day off so well, I immediately start seeing myself as a failure. I immediately start thinking that I did something wrong. Without realizing that 1 year, 2 years ago, it was impossible for me to have such a productive day or such a productive start of the day. There's such a productive first 5 hours or first 3 hours of the day. It was impossible for me to start my day off so well. But now that I can do that, I kind of forget how unproductive I used to be. I start striving for more. But you can't shortcut this process. Right now, there are some days where I'm not that productive. I still miss days of meditation. I still miss days of the gym sometimes. And that's normal. I'm going to improve over time and add more and more and more. And eliminate this inconsistency more and more and more over time. Because when you see yourself as a failure, when those things happen, then you truly become a failure. Because you avoid seeing the little progress that you're making and you then start switching. Imagine that guy that doesn't see progress in his business on the first month and just thinks, oh yeah, or the first week, and then thinks, oh yeah, I'm going to switch to a new business model. That's what you do with different improvement tactics, because you think, oh yeah, what I'm currently doing doesn't work. Even though it's working, but it's just that the progress is not super insane, which is normal. It's normal. The progress is not going to be insane. So you kind of think that you're a failure and just fight to start looking for a new tactic to use because you think the tactic you're currently using doesn't work, even though it does. But it's just that the progress isn't as fast as you wish it to be, even though it's still very fast for changing yourself. But it's not like instant. You're not like instantly becoming someone new. So it pisses you off. And you just start thinking, oh yeah, no, it doesn't work. I have to find something else. Even though you're making progress, but you just don't realize it. When it comes to eliminating bad habits, what expectation do you have? Do you think you would just wake up one day, decide not to touch a bad habit again, and then won't touch it? Do you think you we'll just find out the one tactic to eliminate bad habit, and then instantly you'll be cured. You're like cured. Probably not. You'll probably have to go through a long process of working against yourself, of thinking, yeah, I feel like I crave that bad habit, but I shouldn't do it. Now, some days you won't do it, but on other days you will. And you slowly increase how often you do it, or how often you don't do the bad habit over months and months and months, and then you eliminate it. If you're really addicted to something, it's unlikely that you will just snap your fingers and stop doing it because you decided to. It's very unlikely. So that's why I recommend you to, when I made one video about this. If you want to eliminate bad habit, make a habit tracker like this. And then you see here on the side here, there's YouTube. I wrote YouTube and goal 10 on top. YouTube 10. It's, like I said, the addiction I'm currently struggling with is the YouTube addiction. I watch BS on YouTube very often. Some useless videos on YouTube. I've eliminated all my other addictions like video games, Netflix addiction. But YouTube addiction is something that's kind of stayed. So I'm trying to eliminate it. So I've been using this method since last month and it's been very effective. So last month, my goal, so here on that habit tracker, I put goal 10 means how many days in this month I aim not to watch any BS on YouTube. How many days? I think that's a really good way to get rid of bad habits. Set a target goal of how many days in the month you won't do it, and then the next month reduce. Add 2 days into it. Add 2 days the next month, and then the next month 2 days, and next month 2 days. So last month my goals was to spend 3 days not doing the bad habits. 3 days in the 31-day month, not watching any BS on YouTube. And I surpassed my goal very well. I surpassed my goal and I reached 7 days where I didn't do the bad habits. 7 days where I didn't watch any BS on YouTube. And it was pretty cool. So now this month I've aimed for 10 days where I don't do the bad habit. Where I don't watch any BS on YouTube. And coming back to the point, I've surpassed my goal by so much. My goal was just 3. I've surpassed it by more than double. And still I felt like a failure on the days when I watch BS on YouTube. Still very often for a lot of time this month, I still felt like I was doing something wrong or was a failure. Even though it was obvious in front of me when I was looking at my habit tracker that I wasn't failing, that I was succeeding very, very well. But still my brain produced thoughts thinking, oh yeah, now I'm failing. Oh yeah, now I'm a failure. Oh yeah, now I'm not making some insane progress. I'm not being super productive every single day. That's not failing. Stop trying to look at the progress day to day and look more at the long-term graph, the monthly progress, the yearly progress. If you just meditated 0 times this month, you meditating 2 times next month, it's already progress. But we think that some improvement is just a sexy thing where you just want to wake up one day and be super productive instantly. No, it's a long process. It's like building muscle. You become better over time. So stop expecting yourself to just be this magical being. We will just wake up one day and be able to do it. Because you might see some people out there that can do it. If you're watching this video, probably not you. And those people that can do it, it's not that they have some weird talent. It's just that before they officially got out some improvement, they were already pretty productive. They weren't that addicted to bad habits. They were already doing some good things in their life, so they were already way forward, further advanced, like more advanced before they started. It's not that they were some magical beings or they were super lucky or they were so talented. No. It's simply that before they officially discovered some improvement, they were already more advanced than you. they were less addicted. They weren't really that addicted. They would just start and waste his time on something. And very often, they were already doing one of his most important habits without even realizing it. So, for example, I often think about Hamza's self-improvement journey. He instantly, in 1 week, went from being super unproductive to be super productive. I started using it as one of my expectations of my own self-improvement journey. But it didn't go like that. But then I realized that this guy has been on self-improvement for 8 years now. Like, he's been officially on self-improvement for the last 3 years, of course. But before that, for 8 years, he's been going to the gym. He's been doing NoFap. And of course, he did fail on the way. He did fail many times. But the fact that he made so much progress over the last 3 years, it's not just the last 3 years. It's the last 8 years that I've stacked up. Start seeing progress, like building muscle in the gym. Stop looking at day-to-day progress and be like, oh, I'm a failure because today I didn't do well. Start looking at the long-term graph. I really like how I'm going to talk about this in this video. Aim to meditate 100 times this year. If last year you meditated 0 times, aim to meditate maybe 80 times, 80 to 100 times this year. And your brain might start producing some weird thoughts thinking, no, it's not enough. I'm not going to make progress if I meditate only 100 times this year. No, you're going to still make progress. Because if you didn't meditate at all last year, or just meditate like 3 times or 10 times last year, just meditating 100 times this year, it's amazing progress. If you really think about it, it's amazing progress. The only problem is that you're sometimes going to feel like a failure on some days. And even in the micro, you might start thinking that, oh yeah, you need to do a full workout to make progress. If right now you haven't worked out in a while, or you haven't really went to a full workout in your whole life, literally start with doing 10 push-ups, or even 10 knee push-ups. Start doing the bare minimum right now, and just try to do it as consistently as possible. And even if you do that, you will still fail on some days. But just try to do a bare minimum and start doing a little bit more. I really recommend you go watch that video from Hamza. It's the last video he uploaded. I think it's called Why You Can't Be Consistent on Improvement. Oh, no. Consistency on some improvement, something like that. It's just one of his recent videos, and I think it's very, very valuable. I think the lesson he gives in there is very, very valuable. Because you often expect to just find some magic trick, some magic strategy that will just instantly get us to become a new person, and just switch the whole way we act 360 like forever. Very often it won't work like that. You have to accept the process. Oh yeah, some days I'm going to be unproductive. But if over the long run, I'm slowly increasing the days where I'm being productive, that's a win. If I slowly increase how often I meditate, even though this month I only meditate 3 times, if next month I try to meditate like 5, 6, 7 times, that's progress. Start really looking long-term, watching the long-term graph instead of watching the daily graph. I think this is a very important lesson. I know I'm repeating myself, but it's just so important. So yeah, take this seriously. Take this seriously. And yeah, don't run from discomfort. Chase it.